Well, hello YouTube, I am Forced Online and this is the Ring Video Doorbell, new for 2021. It is a wired doorbell only, unlike the regular doorbells which are wired or wireless. It is also the most inexpensive doorbell that Ring has produced at just $59. We're going to install it, take a look at it and see how it measures up. Well, we'll do a quick unboxing here. If you're familiar with the previous Ring doorbells, they came packaged quite a bit more elaborately, sort of Apple-esque, if you will. This is very plain, just a white cardboard box. But hey, I open the box, I unpackage it, and I don't look at the packaging again. So that's fine with me if it saves some money. As I mentioned, this doorbell is $59, quite a bit cheaper than the standard Ring doorbell. I picked this one up on Amazon Prime Day where they had this Ring doorbell and an Echo device both together for $50, which seemed like a pretty good deal. So as you can see, you get the Ring sticker, you get the little Ring screwdriver, you get the security screws that hold the case onto the doorbell, you get some mounting hardware, everything you need to use the doorbell. I've been a longtime user of the original Ring doorbell, as you can see here, but I never actually used it to replace my wired doorbell button because it was too wide to fit into the space where the doorbell was. There's an indentation there that the doorbell would be hanging over, so I just never actually used it to replace the existing doorbell. That was my goal here. The installation instructions call for an existing voltage of 10 to 24 volts AC, which almost any and all existing doorbell systems are going to be in that range. But for the purposes of this video, I pulled out my multimeter and we'll check the voltage at the doorbell just to make sure that we're in the right range. Look around your house and find the existing doorbell mechanisms on the wall somewhere in a hallway, probably near the front door. Pull the cover off of your existing doorbell chime there and take a look at the leads. You should have these same three leads, one for the front door, one for the back door, and one for the transformer. And you want to check the leads or the wires coming in providing power to the front door doorbell, and you should have that range of voltage that were specified in the instructions. And we've got 13 volts, 13 and a half volts, so we look good. As I mentioned, you'll have these three terminals, one for the front door, one for the back door, and one for the power coming in. And this is low voltage AC, so there's not a real shock danger, but it's a good idea to turn off the breaker when you get ready to work with these wires, just so you don't light up your nose. There is a jumper wire included with the doorbell installation kit, and you want to run this jumper between the transformer terminal and the front door terminal if you're installing the doorbell at the front door. If you're not sure which breaker will turn off the doorbell, just try various breakers, turn one off, go and try to ring the front doorbell, and just continue to do that until you find the one where the doorbell no longer works. That way you'll know the power is off. Just loosen the screws, slide this provided jumper wire underneath the screw, leaving the existing wire that is on the screw there, and tighten it back down. When you're done, it should look like this. The jumper wire should go between the front door screw and the transformer screw. Once you've got that complete, you can put the cover back on the doorbell chime assembly. You're done with this part of the installation. So moving outside, compare the doorbell here. You can see the old doorbell is quite a bit bigger. The old Ring doorbell is quite a bit bigger. The new one is a lot smaller, will fit nicely where the existing doorbell is. Now remember, we have cut off the breaker, so there's no power to this existing doorbell. Even if there was, it's only low voltage AC, so there's not a real shock danger. But just to be safe, it's always good to turn that breaker off. So we'll remove this doorbell, and as you'll see, there's only two wires coming to it. The wires are a different color, but it doesn't matter. There is no polarity on AC, so you'll just expose those existing wires there, unscrew them from the old doorbell, and we'll attach them to the new doorbell. I suspect this is the first time this wiring has been exposed to the sun since this house was built, so it's 35 years old or so. Those connections are, and you can tell there's some dirt and grime built up there. But we'll loosen those screws and remove those wires. I didn't show it on camera here, but you'll want to remove the cover of the doorbell before you try to install it so that you can have access to the screw holes. And once you've got that cover off, go ahead and loosen the two screws on the back so that you can get the wires underneath the screws and just tighten them down. It does not matter which wire goes on which screw. There is no polarity here. Just hook one wire to each screw. You'll notice here as I get the second wire connected that the doorbell comes alive. Busted. Yeah, busted. I did not turn off the breaker. Do as I say, not as I do, right? That's how that works.
Now in setup mode. Follow the instructions in the Ring app.
So at this point, you can position the doorbell where you want to mount it. Don't put it right up against the left edge because you've got to snap that cover back on it once it's screwed to the wall. So leave a little bit of a gap there on the left. Position your drill and just kind of screw it in. Now, of course, the drill does have a clutch where you can set the amount of force that it should apply to the screw, but generally I don't screw it all the way in with the drill just because I like to use my screwdriver and turn that last couple of turns manually so that I can get a good feel for how tight it is. And you don't want to over tighten anything like that because you could crack the plastic if you didn't have your drill clutch set correctly. Once you have the doorbell secured top and bottom, you can go ahead and snap the cover back on. And included in the package are two set screws that are used to lock the cover into place. That's what you use the included little nut driver for, to tighten those screws down. So the finished install, you can see the new doorbell fits nicely into that width that's available there and doesn't hang over too much. The old doorbell can be removed now. I don't have to worry about charging the battery anymore. This, will always be powered by the doorbell transformer. So this is a nice upgrade, and it'll look nicer, and it'll certainly be nice not to have to worry about charging that battery every so often. So with the old Ring doorbell removed and the existing doorbell button replaced with the new Ring doorbell, nice finish look. Don't have multiple doorbells. Good solution here. Do have some paint touch up and screw holes to fill, but that's expected. Once the Ring doorbell is physically installed, the configuration and connecting it to your Wi-Fi and the settings in terms of motion detection range and zones, it's all exactly the same as the existing wired or wireless Ring doorbells. So I won't go into detail on that, but you can see some of the screen captures here that it's the same process as any smart home device that you may already be familiar with. One of the ways Ring made that doorbell cheaper is that it does not use the chime that is in your hallway. It will only ring if you have a device like the chime, the Ring chime, which is about $30, or the Chime Pro, which is about $50. You'll need that in addition to the doorbell if you want to hear a chiming sound in your house when the doorbell rings or when motion is detected. The other option is to use an Echo device. The Ring doorbell interfaces nicely with the Echo smart speakers, and that allows you, if you have those devices in your home already, it's an easy and quick way to tie some home automation together with your smart speakers so that you can be alerted when someone's at the door.
Someone is at the front door.
or when motion is detected.
Motion detected at the front door doorbell.
Or if you'd like to see on one of your smart screens, you can actually see what's happening at the door and communicate back and forth. Alexa, show me the front door doorbell.
Okay.
That's my video for the Ring 2021 wired doorbell. Hope you found that interesting or helpful. Thanks for watching. Well, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. Take care.